Welcome everyone to Frawley Stadium. We have a late night match under the lights between Sanford Warriors and Delcastle High School. Jay, this is yeah, we're having some.
Frawley, tonight, Sanford's coming into this game 4-6. Delcastle's coming in at 4-7. Sanford with a big win the other day over St. Andrews. 4-1 win is their first game here at Frawley Stadium. So
Yeah,
looking forward to a great matchup here tonight.
yeah, and playing at Frawley is just a great experience for all the players. I mean, able to get a little bit of press coverage here, playing in a big stadium, it's great. And of course, an excuse for us to be in the press box here, kind of a big deal. But looking at this Sanford team, 2 years ago to now, the improvement is just incredible. And, led by star players like Henry Nolte and Jack Valentine and Isaiah Bracey. But overall, the team's just improved greatly. And, this year, next year, they're really going to be a strong team in the conference and in the state. Their win on Saturday was a great statement win. Also, today, they're looking to make a statement win. I'm really intrigued to see how this game plays out. Everything's always different under the lights, as they say. So hopefully they can really bring their A game.
Yeah, Charlie, 7 of Sanford's 9 starters in the starting lineup are batting over 250 right now. Trent Wall batting 333. His on-base percentage is 405, and he leads Sanford team right now with 10 runs scored. So look forward to seeing him here tonight.
Right you are. And we're about to take the field here. Sanford is batting first. And, as a team, they are a very strong batting team. They've put up a lot of runs on the board. But they've also not gotten a lot of runs when they've had runners in scoring positions. They really need to learn how to capitalize on that. And hopefully they're trying to change that throughout the season. And they've done a lot better job with that throughout the season.
So the starting pitcher tonight for the Cougars, number 6, James Wade. So going to be interesting to see how long he's going to be able to go tonight against this high-powered Sanford hitting team. But like you were saying, Sanford's got to be able to drive in runs. They have not done a very good job of that this year, but final half of the season, we'll see if they can get it going. So the leadoff hitter for Sanford is number 5, Trent Wall.
Yeah, so Trent, as one of the most consistent hitters, can really set the tone for the night here. Having a big first inning is key in a baseball game. If you can really go out and set the tone and even get a lead, the other team's struggling for the rest of the game to keep up most of the time. So look for Trent to really just try to get on base here, and they can try to get home quick. He does have the most runs scored on the team. So hopefully Sanford can really come out and make a statement here. Lights are on here. No really chance of rain. Not too cold. Pretty great.
It's a great night for baseball, Charlie. All right, so here we go. First pitch a little inside, 1-0. Be interesting to see how they pitch to Wall here. Small box to throw in. That ball's in there, 1-1. And there's a fly ball down the first base line, and it falls foul.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Trent Wall really watched the pitches go by here. If he could try to force a lot of pitches quickly, then they can try to get that pitcher tired, and that's always key. The sooner you get them tired, the better.
And so that's strike 3 call, so 1 out. And now coming up to the plate is number 14, Jack Valentine. Jack Valentine so far this year hitting 290, 336, or I'm sorry, 333 on base percentage. He's batted in 6 RBIs, and he even has a home run to show for it. It's a kid with a lot of power. And he'll take that inside 1-0. Wind up Wade, too high. Count now at 2-0. And that ball will fall foul.
Yeah, Jack doesn't have the best on-base percentage of the team, but he's by far the strongest hitter. Got the lone home run of the season. We're talking to him ahead of the game. He doesn't think he can hit at 400, but who knows?
And that is well inside. 3-1 now. Interesting, though, that Jack Valentine has a lot of power, but he's only batting second in the lineup. Typically, you find those guys batting fourth or fifth. And so that'll be a walk. And Sanford has man on first now. And coming up to plate, senior number 3, Henry Nolte.
You know, Jay, I am a little surprised by that. I would think they'd have Jack third and Henry fourth, actually. I think Henry is the best hitter on the team. But whatever they're doing, I'm sure it's for a reason. On deck is Dylan Smallwood. He's also a very strong hitter. Jack Valentine taking a big lead here. That is something to note.
So that's in there. Strike 1. And 0-2 now. Wade taking a wide look over at first, trying to keep Valentine at bay. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a chopper down the first base line. Can't handle it, but finally gets hold of it, and 2 away. Jack Valentine advances to second.
2 outs here for Sanford. If you're Delcastle here, really want to try to keep it in the infield. I know he's going to try to pitch something probably on the edge of the box if he can. Really try to get them reaching, try to get a strikeout. Jack is a very fast player, and he can score off of a single. So you just got to be careful if you're Delcastle.
Smallwood, the first left-handed batter on the Sanford team. And that's in there. Strike 1 to Smallwood. Wade trying to make sure Valentine does not steal here. I would not think Jack Valentine would try and steal with 2 outs.
Yeah, probably not the best move, but he's just being cautious. Ooh, a little low. I actually thought that was going to be a called strike there, but apparently not.
Here comes the windup by Wade, and swing and a miss.
That is 2 strikes here. Now, I think You'll see Smallwood be a little more aggressive here. 2 outs, man on second. With a hit, you could get someone home. And look at the gap there between third and shortstop. It's huge, actually.
There's a pop-up behind home, and ooh,
Who almost did it, Coach?
almost caught that time by Delcastle's catcher, Jacob Stewart.
And looking at it right now, you can see that Delcastle had a major shift to the right. Second baseman playing almost where first base normally would.
Yeah.
You got a huge gap there between third and shortstop. They got to be careful. If that ball goes up there, Jack Valentine's coming home. Yeah,
if Smallwood could just bunt it down the first baseline and doesn't swing and a miss, so that'll be it for the top of the first. And we'll head into the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, so I had a chance to actually meet up with Tobias Coker pitching right now before the game. Ulula. He was saying he wasn't sure if he would pitch this game. Clearly is, but you know he's a young sophomore. He's really eager to get his chance on the mound, going second behind Jack Valentine generally. He's definitely someone who will be key in the future of this team.
And that's too high, 2-0. Jack Valentine going to quickly meet up with his pitcher. So back underway in the bottom of the first. Game tied 0-0. Here comes Coker, and swing and a miss. Cunnings.
Got him with the slider that time. And obviously Jack Valentine really told him what to do there. Jack, most experienced player on the team.
And there's a well-hit ball down the third base line, but it'll go foul.
There's a souvenir for a lucky fan, right?
2-2. Well, Charlie, this isn't the majors. You have to give it back, all right?
Oh, of course.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way from Coker. bounces foul.
Ooh, definitely a reach there. That was definitely outside of the box, but I think he got him there with the pitch, and obviously got him to hit a foul. 2 strikes, 2 balls right now. Coker clearly in control.
2-2 pitch on the way, and there's a pop-up, and staying in play, and that is out. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. So now Jason Ryan up to bat. And trying to bunt, and it goes between Valentine's legs. And so that will, of course, be a strike.
He's pretty lucky that went foul because Valentine was on it right there to throw it to first base. So I doubt he will try bunt again. But I do like the bold move there.
So it's inside, 1-1. One pitch by Coker, and that behind the home plate, 1-2. The pitch count. One-two pitch on the way to Jason Ryan, and that's chopped towards center field, and that's in there, and Ryan is on first. So now Daniel Maladano batting third in the lineup. Left-handed batter. Jason Ryan on first, 1 away here in the bottom of the first. And 2 high, 1-0. Interesting to see, Charlie, if Ryan doesn't try and steal his second.
Well, Jack Valentine clearly saw he was leaning a little too far, and actually I thought he was going to even throw it over to first. Ryan was taking his time to get back.
And
potential double play here.
And an unfortunate error made by shortstop Trent Wall. Almost had the double play.
I believe he means second base, Jay.
I'm sorry, second base. So Cougars now with runners on first and second. And that's in there. Strike 1. And there's a chopper. Coker barehands it over to first, and it's in there. 2 away.
I'm very surprised Coker did not go to third base there, sorry. Had the clear throw out, but whatever works for you. There's 2 outs here. Plays obviously at first. You got to keep it in the infield here and make sure you get it to first place. Smallwood's already getting ready for the ball to be thrown at him because you got to beat the player coming to home.
And swing and a miss. 0-1. So batting now for Delcastle, their pitcher number 6, James Wade.
And with 2 strikes and 0 balls, Coker is in control. Got him bad with the curveball there.
The 0-2 pitch, and that's back up to second. There's the play by Wall, and he's out.
Great job by Wall, not rushing whatsoever, taking his time, knowing he has to make a good play. Makes a beautiful throw over to Dylan Smallwood, and the inning is retired. 0-0 at the end of the first.
So Coker able to battle back, leaving Wade left runners on second and third. So we'll be back for the top of the second.
This is the 9th inning. 2 outs. 1 run. 1 out. 2 strikeouts. 2 balls. 2 strikes. 2 balls. 2 strikeouts. 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 2 balls.
So now batting for Sanford, leading off, Isaiah Bracey. And so that's 2 inside, 1-0.
Isaiah, obviously a very experienced junior on this team. Batting number 5, great batter.
And it's behind the first base dugout. Fouled off, 1-1. Yeah, Isaiah Bracey so far this year batting .312. 1-1 pitch on the way, and Bracey fouls it off and in the dugout, in the Sanford dugout, so 1-2. Wade the 1-2 pitch on the way. And there's a well-hit ball out to shortstop, and that'll retire Bracey's. So now up to bat for the Warriors, number 19, Ryan McCune. And you'll recognize Ryan from his basketball days at Sanford. If you catch some of those games that we live streamed. He was the senior captain, number 5. That's a real nice slider in there, 0-1. Little outside, 1-1 the count. Down low, 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch, and swing and a miss, 2-2. Really impressed so far with how Wade's been pitching.
Oh yeah, definitely doing a great job, but he's definitely pitched a lot of pitches already here, which is something you got to be aware of. Also, not easy for Ryan McKeon as a batter, being so tall. His batter's box is huge, getting struck out here, but he still is a very good hitter on this team.
So now up to bat for Sanford. Number 6, Brian Kaiser. Kaiser's bat .286 this year. His on-base percentage .375, and he's crossed home plate 3 times. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Wade, and that's way inside. 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch on the way from Wade. Too low. 2-2 the count now. And swing and a miss from Kaiser. So that's going to do it for the Sanford Warriors. And we'll head down to the bottom of the second. 0-0 the score.
I'll tell you what, that is as nice of a sinker as you'll see it from someone at this level. Really got Brian Kaiser, who's a great batter. Another thing is, coming into the bottom of the second, Delcastle had a few hits in the first, really going to try to tire out Coker here, so he's got to remain composed and got to make sure that Sanford doesn't go down early.
So here we go. Back for the bottom of the second. Leading off for Delcastle right now. Number 8, John Ryan. 1-1 pitch from Coker, I'm sorry. 2 inside, 2-1. Two-one delivery from Coker and too high upstairs, 3-1 the count. Tobias has got to be careful here. And that'll walk John Ryan. So up the bat for the Cougars. Number 24, Isaac Watts. And that's way outside, 1-0.
As you can see, a very intense matchup so far. Still tied score going into the bottom of the second.
Too low, 2-0. Jack Valentine going to come out and talk with Tobias Coker. What do you think he's saying right now to him, Charlie?
Pitch the ball well. No, I'm just kidding. Coker's doing a great job. Actually, he's gotten a lot of curveballs, sinkers in there, but I think, and even a slider earlier, I think he's trying to force it to the corners too much. He should really just try to hit it in the box and try to force the hitter to make a play. As you can see, he's really trying to get that bottom corner.
Yeah, 3-0 the count now, and he doesn't want to get runners on first and second. And that's in there. 3-1. I thought it was about to be a ball.
Yeah, but he rises now, especially with 3 balls. He's going to put it in the box the best he can and really try to make the batter make a play. There we go, right on the outside there. I thought that was a ball, but great job by Tobias there.
So the 3-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. So way to battle back that time, Tobias Coker. Looked like it was really going into Watts' favor, but luckily Coker was able to get out of that.
That's why you call them professionals, Jay. Also, shout out to Jack Valentine. That guy going back to first almost got out.
So Joshua Jones now to bat and tried bunting it, and that's going to be in there.
If you can't tell already, Jack Valentine can throw it basically anywhere in the infield super quick. So these Delcastle players got to be careful if they're leading off.
And it's in there, strike one, 1-1 the count. So the 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside 2-1. And way inside. 3-1 now. So John Ryan right now taking a pretty wide lead off of first. Watch out to see if he might make a steal here. And so Jones walked. So now coming up to bat, number 3, Sean Newman. Nauman batting right-handed. In there, strike one.
Got a little bit of a breeze kicking in here. Wonder if that'll make a difference on the game.
And that's chopped back up the center, and that's going to be 1 out. Lucky bounce from the ball that time. Sometimes better be lucky than talented, Charlie.
Well, I wouldn't go there, Jay, but definitely a little bit of luck there. Could have gone bad, though, if he kicked it out of the infield. Could have even had an extra base opportunity but good job by shortstop Trent Wall to get there. Almost actually got the play at first, too. But there is a runner in scoring position on third with 2 outs. And Tobias Coker starting it off with a strike. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, and last time he left runners stranded on second and third, so let's see if he can battle back here. The 0-1 delivery, and that's in there, 0-2 to Cummins.
Well, it's pitches like that that really make a difference in this game. If he can close out the inning once again, that's the second time runners were in scoring position, and he eliminated that.
So that's fouled off by Cummins. .47 the time here, Eastern time.
Thanks for the clarification, Jay. I wasn't sure if we were on Pacific time.
You don't know, Charlie. There could be people tuning in from California.
Right you are. That ball is fouled. Really just trying to stay alive here against Tobias Coker. Really ramping up the aggression here, and it seems to be working.
So here comes the 0-2 delivery from Coker. Ooh, check to swing that time.
It will be a ball. I like the play by Coker there, knowing he has a strong lead on this. He does not want to risk a hit. He will try to throw it towards the corners and see if he can get a called strike there. Oh, that was the 4th ball. The score. Oh, no, he's just confused, I was going to say.
I thought he might have balked that time.
Only the 2nd ball. There was definitely some confusion there.
Well, then why is...
Man on second still is refusing to, move back. Yeah.
So why is...
Oh,
what's going on
he
over
got
here?
off there like it was a...
That's not a steal.
Yeah, it is. Pitcher did nothing about it. So there's definitely some confusion, and it results in a stolen base. You can't let that happen, but obviously not really Coker's fault. There was some deep confusion there. But I believe if a player leaves the mound, he is out. Leaves the home base batting box, he is out. So I'm surprised he's still allowed to be in. 3-2 count, though, so Tobias Coker has to be a little bit more careful now.
Full count now. Doesn't want to load the bases. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that's just what he does. So bases loaded, and that's going to bring up number 7, Jason Ryan.
You think a grand slam's going to happen, Jay? It's only 400 feet.
Not unless Bryce Harper's up the bat, Charlie. Are we going to see a grand slam here? And swinging a miss.
I don't know. Bryce Harper hasn't been doing that well as a Philly. I think Jack Valentine might be a better batter than Bryce Harper as of now.
All right, let's not push it.
And wow, the second base runner leading off an insane amount. Jack Valentine did not see that. But the second baseman is nowhere even near the bag, so not much you can do.
1-1 delivery on the way. Too low, 2-1.
Coker's got to keep his calm, got to make sure he gets a nice pitch here.
Just got to keep it over to the back because over home plate because you don't want to force a walk here. Now 3-1 the count, and you might as well just try and let it stay infield or a fly out.
You got to be careful, though. If they get it past the infield, that's potentially 2 runs scored, and that's a big deficit in this league.
3-1 pitch, and that is going to bring home
now it looks like we're going to have a meeting on the mound here.
so that'll bring home John Ryan.
I mean, if you're Delcastle, you'll take the points as you can get them. Obviously, getting the run there off of the walk. Tobias Coker, he's got this. He's a great pitcher. He's just got to keep control. And I think now's a great chance to give a shout-out to our stream team. Camera person, Jack Taylor, camera person. Then we also have Andrew Bond, our producer, and then Jeremy Carr, another cameraman. Yes, Bond, I realized I said camera person. I apologize. But just a shout-out to our entire team. By the way, I'm Charlie Sakura, and joining me in the booth is Mr. Jay Hollahan.
Thank you, Charlie. Happy to be here. There's a fly ball down the first baseline, and that'll just go foul.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that was about to hit that lucky fan.
I don't think they'd be lucky if the ball hit them, Charlie. So Daniel Aldano. So Delcastle up 1-0 right now, and that's 2 outside, 1-1. So Tobias Coker has got to be careful here. Don't bring aboard a 2-out rally. And that'll stay foul. Maldonado. 1-2 so far. And that's behind Jack Valentine, and that'll bring home number 3, Norman. So now Delcastle's up 2-0 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, not what you want to see if you're a Sanford player, but these things happen, and you got to make sure you can still come back from it. Coker's just really trying to get that outside corner, and he's just barely outside every time. I think he's got to start putting it in the box.
And there's a pop-up. Valentine under it, and he just can't make that catch. So close, and that'll make it a 3-2 full count now. Almost had a chance there to put the inning away.
Yeah, and it's not as easy as it looks there. Trying to track a ball through the lights, very difficult.
Full count, delivery on the way from Coker, and that'll load the bases up once again. Coker still trying to work that outside corner, Charlie.
Right you are, Jay.
So Jacob Stewart now up the bat, trying to drive in yet another run. And that's in there, strike one. And there's a well-hit ball, and McCune under it, and a great snag by Ryan McCune, finally able to put away the second inning. Delcastle, a huge second inning, going up 2-0 over the Sanford Warriors. We'll be back for the top of the third.
That is a big play by Ryan McCune there, really keeping any other runners from scoring. And a good job by Tobias Coker in the inning, despite the 2 runs. He really did pitch a great inning. And we are back.
And we're back here at the top of the third. Brogan Yates to lead off, and he got hit by that pitch behind him, so Sanford was now a runner on first. Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark, Jay.
Yeah, he got pelted that time. I'm not sure what the reason was there. It looked like it might have been intentional, Charlie.
Jay, I guarantee you it is not intentional. But hey, no talent lies latent, and I respect your opinion.
So this third inning's brought to you by Sour Punch Rainbow Straws. Charlie's been munching on them ever since the first inning. Charlie, how they tasting over there?
They're good. Sanford right now really trying to get on the board. Doing a great job here.
And so Brogan trying to steal second, and he's going to get in there as the error made that time by second baseman Jason Ryan. So Colton Ferguson.
Right now, Logan Jacobs up to bat. Second year sophomore. Very experienced, good kid, classroom and everything. Good student. Up to bat right now. One ball, ooh, swing and a miss, but I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he was in my Spanish class last year. Very smart kid. So, 2-0 pitch on the way. And that's behind. 2-1.
Making good contact, though. That's what you like to see from a hitter.
The 1-2 pitch on the way from Wade. One, two, and too low. I'll bring it to 2-2 on the count.
Brogan Yates really did a great job stealing there because now if they can get a ball in the outfield, he can get to third base.
And now he's going to try for third here. And Logan Jacobs is going to get to first safely. So Sanford now with runners on first and third with no outs because of the error. So now coming up to bat is Trent Wall trying to drive in Brogan Yates on third.
And there is no better time to have your most consistent batter up than right now. Brogan Yates doing a great job stealing to second and then really anticipating the whiff by the catcher and getting to third base. Brogan is in scoring position, taking a pretty strong lead too.
And Trent Wall chops that down the third base line, and it unfortunately is foul. Looks fair to me, Charlie.
I don't know. I think it was pretty foul. But very lucky break by Delcastle.
Yeah, the momentum's really shifting towards Sanford way with no outs here in the top of the third. So here we go. And there's a chopper down the third baseline. And there's the throw to home. And it is in time. And Yates is thrown out at home.
If you're Brogan Yates, you can't run there. You just gave up a run, so to speak. You got to stay on third unless you're positive it's going into the outfield. I like the aggressiveness, obviously, and still doing a great job getting to third base, but you can't make that mistake.
So now up to bat Jack Valentine. Huge power hitter here. Let's see if Jack Valentine can try and drive in at least a run here. Logan Jacobs on second. Trent Wall taking a huge lead on first right now. And that's well outside, 1-0. On deck right now is number 3, Henry Nolte, and he's a very consistent hitter as well, Charlie.
Yeah, obviously the strongest part of the lineup right now, and with batters on first or runners on first and second, they really have a chance to score here. They have to if they want to really keep the game close going it towards the second half of this game.
That ball was too low, 2-0. The count. As it's in there, 2-1.
I thought that was going to hit Jack, actually.
Right, you are, Charlie. And if you look right now from our press box, you get a really beautiful view from Wilmington.
Yeah, very thriving city right now. Beautiful skyline.
And there's a pop-up behind the bag. Stewart's going to get under it and make the catch. And so that'll bring up Henry Nolte. And looks like Wade's going to be, maybe, I should say, get out of this third inning, pending upon Henry Nolte, how he does here without any runs.
I thought Wade was going to run into his teammate. You got to be careful in that situation. He might make it out of this inning okay, but if anyone can drive him home, it's Henry Nolte.
Great extra emphasis on the gotta.
Thank you.
So that's 2 outside, and here comes Jacobs and Wall, and they both will advance to second and third respectively. So Henry Nolte now with the runners in scoring position.
Wall was really taking his time. The catcher could have made a nice throw and gotten him out. You can never take your time in that situation, but hey, they advanced, and now that is huge. They're in scoring position. Nolte's up to bat.
Nolte's just got to straighten it out here, and he'll at least drive in Logan Jacobs. And so a pick off to Henry Nolte, and he got back just in time and almost missed that throw back to Wade that time. Jacobs was thinking about it.
I'll tell you what, I thought Wall was out there. Great play by the second baseman to run back and, keep him close.
And swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 delivery from Wade, and that is 2 outside, 2-1. Gotta be careful here. You don't want to load the bases.
Right, you are, Jay. But also, great job by Henry Nolte there not swinging. Seemed like he was about to, but he knew better. That ball dropped quick.
Yeah, he did a great job checking his swing. And so there's a hit out to the shortstop, back to first, and he is safe. So Brogan Yates comes across safe, and Sanford is now on board 2-1.
That was Logan Jacobs, not Brogan
Oh, I'm
Yates.
sorry, Logan Jacobs.
But great job by Henry Nolte running through the bag there. Very close call. Tie goes to the runner, obviously.
So Dylan Smallwood now up to bat with an opportunity here with Trent Wall at third to try and tie this game up to apiece. And Smallwood hits that down the third baseline, pull side, and that bounces foul. And that ball took one heck of a hop there. It went from the bottom level up to the mid level, Charlie.
Yeah, it must have had a lot of speed. I'm just kidding. Sanford has a chance to tie it here. Ooh, that ball really sunk.
Yeah, it just got in there in time 0-2, the count. Yeah, 2 pitch on the way, and Smallwood popping it up. Back up the middle to Wade, and they miss it. And so that'll drive in Trent Wall, and Henry Nolte got caught up. The run, unfortunately, will not count. So 2-1.
I think will not count?
No, it won't.
Interesting. It's a bold move.
That was really unfortunate and a
But I
huge.
think the run went in before Henry Nolte got out. Is that correct?
That's what I saw.
Interesting. Just a correction, the run did count. Game tied 2-2 on a beautiful Monday night. Good thing I did my homework, Jay. Contact on the first pitch. Over the first base. Amazing play by Dylan Smallwood there. Really aggressive by Delcastle swinging at the first pitch. Joining me in the booth right now is Jack Taylor, junior at Sanford School, varsity soccer player.
It's a little wide.
First pitch is a ball, and Coker is still on the mound here. We're looking at 2 balls, 1 strike here.
Tipped off. Hit down the right side. With the score being 2-2, let's see how Sanford can keep the score together. Maybe get a lead going.
Well, you can't get a lead on defense, Jack, but yeah, I think they should definitely try to keep Delcastle from scoring right up the line there over to Dylan Smallwood. And Sanford really working the bases here.
Choppy hit up down the center, third and first. That's it out. End of the inning.
Now tell me, Jack. Jack is an ex-baseball player for Sanford School. Obviously, best of the best on third team. And he really, Jack, tell me, what do the coaches really try to have the players do in all seriousness? Because that work there, I mean, every player in the infield had to play to first there. That's key to have a good team. Third baseman over, shortstop, second baseman, all those plays over to first base. You really got to practice that in practice. How much did you work on that?
From being my short time on the team, we learned a lot from the coaches that be ready for the ball coming to you, know what your next move is going to be, and be ready for the next play. And the coaches teach us very well that we know where the ball's going, and so that's how we can easily pick those balls up and throw them to first, get the out to end the inning. And that's how we keep the games going.
Right you are, Jack, and you know we love having first-hand personal media experience here, so it's always awesome when you can join us in the booth here. Sanford going up to bat here, top of the 4th inning, tied game. Just a beautiful picturesque night here down at Wilmington Frawley Stadium, and I'm sure it's just amazing for the players to have an opportunity to play here.
Yeah, it must be really special to have all the young players come onto the Blue Rock Stadium. Not many people get this opportunity, because I know when I was on the team I didn't get this, so it's nice to have it here.
This inning, of course, sponsored by Starbucks Coffee. Producer Andrew Bond and Jay Hollahan right here getting there. Share Starbucks. Make sure to grab some on the way out of the stadium. Jay, I thought you were going to reach out and grab that one, or maybe Jack Taylor, the experienced baseball player. Either way, good job by Isaiah Bracey making contact there.
Yeah, Sanford now tied 2-2. The shift is on over near the first base side.
I'll tell you what, he hits it up the center. He's getting a two-base hit.
And there's down the third baseline, grabbed by the shortstop. Bracey to first.
Ooh, if he was paying attention, he might have gotten his second base hit there. Actually, wait, no, never mind. But a great job by Bracey, really running hard. He's fast. I mean, he's really fast. Good friend of mine, very good player in baseball. And great job getting on base there for Sanford.
Yeah, Ryan McCune now up to bat for Sanford.
Center fielder, Ryan McKee.
Yeah. So let's see if Sanford can take their first lead of the game here. 2 outside, 1-0, and Stewart keeping Bracey at bay over there at first. It's 8:15 right now, and if you look at a Kevin taking time here. So they're calling for a meeting here with Wade.
In the meantime, we're going to invite Jack Taylor back into the booth here. Jack, how much do they stress conditioning at practice?
Not very often do they do a lot of running, but coach makes sure to keep them at least able to do fast sprints down the baseline, because that is a very important part of Henry Nolte being one of our best sprinters, being able to get to first base very quickly. And sometimes we even think he can maybe steal to home. So it's a good thing that we have athletic kids on our team, because coach doesn't have to worry about conditioning that much. So
Thank you, Jack. And Ryan McKeon hitting a far hit there. Finally, some outfielders getting a little bit of action here.
Yeah.
Sadly, the ball fell into the hands of one of the outfielders. It is an out, but still man on first with 1 out.
Great analysis, Charlie.
Why, thank you.
So now up to bat for Sanford is Brian.
Kaiser.
Yeah.
Going with the bunt, not able to get it there. 0-1 count. Pitcher looking over at Isaiah Bracey, but I'll tell you what, he's one of the fastest players on the team. If he's going, he's going.
And there he bunts it up the middle, and Wade throws it out to first, and Kaiser is out. Bracey now at second in scoring position, and that'll bring up number 8 for the
Brogan
Warriors.
Jacobs. Oh, no, Brogan Yates. I apologize.
That's Colton Ferguson, Charlie.
Right you are, Jay. Ooh, Colton Ferguson going for the swing there. I thought the pitch was going to hit him. 0-1 count right now, 2 outs here at Frawley Stadium, downtown Wilmington. As you look at I-95 passing us by up there, you know, Jay and I were thinking, how often do you think a ball's ever hit up there? He thinks it's possible. I say no.
I
Either way, it's very
I
picturesque.
tr- I think that major league batters can hit a home run from out there. Like say Ryan Howard steps up to the plate in his prime, I bet you he could hit one that far.
I think we have some disagreeing opinions, but that's fine. You know what they say, no talent lies latent. It's okay. Uh,
What? So the 2-1 count on the way to Ferguson. And that's way outside. That's going to bring the count to 3-1.
three-one count really turned around here. Colton Ferguson looking to get a hit or a walk here.
And that was over the home plate. Strike called. And I'm not sure about
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, I did not agree with that call. Obviously, at the end of the day, we're not the refs.
That's an ump.
I
That's
believe
an ump,
it's
Charlie.
ump. I just
Please.
work here.
Okay. And so that's too low, and that'll walk Colton Ferguson. So now coming up to bat is Logan Jacobs.
Men on first and second, 2 outs. See if they can have a little bit of a 2-out rally here.
Yeah, like they did the last time. Jacobs up to bat, that long frame, making it a little bit easier for Wade to pitch to him. And nice curveball in there. That's in there, 0-1. One pitch on the way to Jacobs, and swing and a miss. Wade is throwing the heat right now to Jacobs, trying to get out of this. A little bit of a jam here. And swing and a miss. So that'll retire the top of the third. And we'll head into the bottom of the third. This inning brought to you by Starbucks Coffee. And so we're back here in the in the bottom half of the fourth inning. the bat now, number 13, Joshua Jones. Jones having a pretty solid afternoon here. And that's in there, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery on the way from Coker, and a swing and a miss by Jones. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. So now up to bat for Delcastle is Sean Noman. And that's in there, 0-1. Coker really delivering the heat so far in this bottom half of the fourth, Charlie.
Yeah, you know, like 3 pitches in, but yeah, doing a great job. Even that one down the center.
And that's popped up, and Jack Valentine not able to get under it. Just missed it. Still 0-2.
Still can't state how difficult it is as a catcher. You're just looking up in the air while trying to figure out, you got to orient yourself, and the ball's constantly moving, especially with this brisk wind outside. So it's really difficult as a catcher, Jay. In my time as a catcher in Piedmont Little League. D-ball.
Coker pitching it to upstairs, 1-2.
Once again, for those watching this, I'm Charlie Sikora. Joining me is Jay Hollyhan, our cameraman, Jeremy Carr, Jack Taylor, and our producer, Andrew Bond. Really working really hard right now. How's the coffee, Andrew?
It's really good. Thank you to Jay's dad.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, this inning's sponsored by Jay Hollyhan's father. Thank you, Mr. Hollyhan.
So 2 outs away here in the bottom of the fourth. B.J. Cummins up the bat. That ball's 2 outside, 1-0. Coker popping it up. Charlie, make sure you get under that one. Oh, you just missed it.
Wow, that really escalated quickly. Yeah, these fans just aren't dedicated. No one dove for that fly ball, I'll tell you what. Fans these days.
So that's in there, 1-2. Hey, Charlie, I thought you would have shot there getting that ball. There's a window open right here. You could have dove in.
I do
Over.
sailing.
And that's chopped down the third baseline. Jacobs under it. And play to first is in there. So 1-2-3 inning for Tobias Coker as we head into the top of the fifth. Sanford and Delcastle tied at 2.
I'll tell you what. Tobias Coker really turning around his game here. That's 2 shutout innings, 2 no-hit innings, actually. Great job by Tobias Coker turning this game around. Now Sanford once again has a chance to go ahead.
So now at the top of the lineup for Sanford, Trent Wall up to bat. One zero on the way from Wade. And 2-0, 2-0. So the 2-0 pitch on the way, and Wall popping it back up, and he is out. So now coming up to bat, number 14, Jack Valentine.
Yeah, the crowd's really live here, Jay. Really rooting on this Sanford team. Obviously, Jack Valentine, no hits so far. He's really trying to change that right now. 0-1 count. Or sorry, 0-0 count.
And that's strike one. And that's in there, strike two. So the 0-2 delivery on the way from Wade. Got the call from Stewart. And Valentine swings at that and pulled it foul.
That's why they have plexiglass, folks.
That was very close to hitting someone over there.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark for a lucky fan.
The 2 pitch on the way, and that is foul. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Wade. The shift is on the first baseline, and Valentine pulls that foul, and that was very close to hitting someone. That guy just stood there and was about to let that hit him.
Yeah, it looked like Keanu Reeves in Matrix there, just watching it go by.
Mr. Fritz. Mr. Fritz is over there locating the ball.
I'll tell you what, though, it definitely got a little warmer out here as the night goes on.
I don't know about that. It's a little chilly.
Hot in here. Chill. We gotta
There's a well-hit ball by Jack Valentine. That is deep, and that's in there. And Valentine heading to second. He might get a triple here. He might get an inside-the-park home run. Is he going to stretch it? No, he'll hold up at third. A triple by Jack Valentine. And what a hit. That was almost all the way to the wall.
I thought that was going to the wall. And obviously, Jack, I mean, just such a talented hitter. I mean, reminded me of your freshman season, Jack Taylor, except he hit the ball. And
So Henry Nolte now up at bat, trying to drive in Jack Valentine. Just one out here in the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-2 delivery, 2 outside, 1-2 in the count.
So, Jay, what do you think about that hit by Jack?
Well, Jack, there was a lot of velocity on that one, and, you know, being that the year I took in physics last year, that was a really well-hit ball.
Looks like a fly out in the center. Unfortunate.
Yeah, really just a shout out to Sanford school teachers, teaching Jay application in the classroom, taking it to here, real world application. You love to see it in our society, so it's really nice to see.
Yeah, and if you know, I didn't actually take physics last year. I took environmental science.
Well,
Never
at
took
Sanford
it.
you also have choices, so it's great. Uh, Jack Valentine on third here, 2 outs.
There's a well hit ball, center field, and under it, and he is out. So Delcastle getting away lucky here. A triple hit by Jack Valentine. Game tied 2-2, and we'll head into the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, that was a really good play by the Delcastle Cougars. Excellent play, excellent play.
So here we go. Bottom of the fifth. And 2 balls, no strikes.
Tobias Coker's still out there. He might pitch a complete game here, which would be great to see. Really turned around. Oh! Ooh.
And that hit him, and he'll go to first.
That shot hit a man.
And Jason Ryan now at first.
That was a fast pitch. Very fast. Obviously did not look intentional, so he's still allowed to stay in the game.
Daniel Maldonado now up at bat with Ryan at first. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. And if he just hits that right down the middle, it is for sure going to be a base hit. And Ryan now hit one over to right field, and now he's aboard. Runners on first and second with Maldonado. Or I'm sorry, Maldonado hit it, and he's aboard at first with Ryan at second.
Meeting on the mound right here with Jack Valentine and Tobias Coker.
And so that's 2 outside, 1-0. And that ball is popped foul by Stewart. And that one almost hit someone in the head.
I'll tell you what, that would be a day ruiner.
1-1 pitch on the way, and Stewart pops that one up, and he is out.
I'll tell you what, Stewart looked a little upset there, threw his bat on the ground.
Well, Charlie, I'm sure he was really hoping that he was going to, fly it out the center field.
I agree.
And so there's one popped out to center field coming in Ryan McCune, and that drops, and Ryan can't get under it, and bases are loaded with just one out, and they might want to think about taking out Tobias Coker here, Charlie, with his pitch count right now.
Actually, Jay, using my skills, I disagree. I think Tobias Coker will stay into the end of the inning. I don't think it's him being fatigued at all. I think it's just a few unlucky hits. And I think it's better that he's pitching it in the box there and make the hitters make a play than walking them.
Really?
Although that was awfully close.
Being that he just hit the guy and almost hit another one, Charlie, you don't think it's fatigue?
No comment.
So John Ryan up to bat. 1-1.
Great pitch, Jay, showing that he's clearly not tired and he's still able to make the play. He will play out this inning, and they will not give up any runs. Yeah.
All right. And there's a bunt back out to Tobias. 1 run scores. So
Just kidding.
right on cue, they just scored a run.
Well, they weren't going to score. I meant they were. And they're only up by 1, though, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tobias Coker, nothing he could have done there. It was a bunt, and still made the play at first. Actually, great play, though, because he couldn't have made the play at home effectively. So he went to first base and got the guaranteed out.
So runners on second and third. Isaac Watts up the plat. And that's in there. 0-1. So the 0-1 pitch on the way, and Watts hits that out to deep left field, and that is going to be out. So that'll retire the side here, and we'll head into the top of the 6th. Delcastle up 3-2, and great job by Tobias Coker out to get out of the jam there.
And great job by Isaiah Bracey tracking down that ball under the lights.
leading off in the top of the sixth here for Sanford Warriors, Isaiah Bracey, and he hits that one out to shortstop, and that's an error there. And Bracey's going to get the first safely, and now up to bat, number 19, Ryan McCune.
Look at that lucky bat boy out there.
Number 19, Ryan McHugh.
Some lady just randomly walked in with like 3 tubs of ice cream. She like, walked in, turned the corner, like looked at me and Andrew went. And so when she's like me and Andrew went, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
And Bracey able to get in at second safely. Isaiah Bracey, notorious for stealing bases for the Sanford Warrior team.
Yeah, Jay, he's really good at stealing bases. Very fast player. On second now, and with 0 outs, Sanford could easily tie this thing. The base hit.
And
Go with the
McCune's going to bunt.
It's a bold strategy.
And that's back to first, and Isaiah Bracey is safe at third. And
I'll
now,
tell you what, I like the call.
yeah, it was a really good call, Charlie, definitely to advance Bracey, and now he's in at third, so now up to bat is number 6, Brian Kaiser, with an opportunity for an RBI and to possibly get his first hit of the game.
Number 6, Ryan Kaiser.
I agree.
And so now the shortstop and second for Delcastle, moving in a little bit more. So if Kaiser just hits it up the middle, Bracey's going to come across home safely. And they're going to bunt it, and Isaiah Bracey's going to get home safe, and Kaiser is going to be safe at first due to the error, and now we're all tied up at 3. Back-to-back bunts for the Sanford Warriors team. And Isaiah Bracey was able to advance from first to second on a stolen base, and from the second to third with a bunt by Ryan McCune. And then Brian Kaiser able to bunt Bracey home and got in at first in time due to the error.
And great job delaying the bunt. Really waiting to the last second to get in bunt formation.
Right you are, Charlie. And now up to bat number 8, Colton Ferguson. And Ferguson going to bunt 2, and here's Kaiser, and he will be safe at second. And so Sanford now with runner in scoring position.
I'll tell you what, this Sanford team is coming alive.
And so foul tip by Ferguson. So the 0-2 pitch on the way to Ferguson, and that is fouled off. Now with Kaiser at second in scoring position. And that is behind Ferguson, and that walked him. Is that fatigue, Charlie?
I wouldn't say the pitcher's struggling. I mean, both of those plays where players advanced, besides this one, was off of bunts, which there's really nothing you could do about as a pitcher, and then errors by the infield. The pitcher's just getting a little unlucky here.
And so now they're going to meet with them here at the mound.
Yep, top of the 6th innings after. This is Sanford's second to last inning to bat, assuming it doesn't go into extra innings. Of course, Sanford doing a great job this inning.
here we go. Back underway here in the top of the 6th. Runners on first and second as Logan Jacobs is up the bat. And that's inside 1-0.
Sanford looking to take the lead here for the first time all game. That would be huge. You know, it doesn't matter when you take the lead, or I shouldn't say that. It doesn't matter how early you take the lead as long as it happens at the end, right?
Yeah, and that's going to
Drop
be
the
another
pitch.
ball. 2-0. Stewart not able to handle that pitch that time by Wade. And Trent Wall up on deck right now, and he's one of the most consistent hitters on the Sanford team. Definitely don't want to bring him up with too much momentum here.
Yeah, that would be a little too dangerous for Delcastle. They gotta be careful. I can't stress it enough that they have good pitching, but mostly good work in the infield here because if they get a hit off, it can be bad. And you know, look at the gap between shortstop and third base, and even in the outfield. I mean, that's a two-base hit at least if he can hit it up there. So I think Ferguson,
It looked like
or sorry, Jacobs really eyeing that up there. You gotta be careful if you're Delcastle.
It looked like Stewart was about to throw it back to second, but decided not to. Could have gotten Kaiser out, trying to pick him off. So the 3-1 pitch on the way to Jacobs. And too low, and so now the bases are loaded as Trent Wall coming up the bat. Trent Wall, as we said earlier, one of the most experienced hitters on this team, batting .333 on the year. And so now they're going to meet with Wade, and it looks like Wade's going to be pulled here. And as he is clapped off the field, we're going to go to a break here.
This inning, of course, sponsored by Sanford Baseball. In an interesting turn of events. just want to give a shout out to Jay Hollahan. He will be going to St. John's University in New York for broadcasting. So the great job he's doing tonight. Maybe you'll see him in the future on the Phillies. Probably not. No, I'm just kidding. Good luck to Jay.
Thank you, Charlie. It was a pleasure working with you for the past 4 months.
That's a stretch. Just kidding. It's been some ups and downs. Actually, we have not streamed a game that Sanford has lost. Just want to note that.
All right, don't jinx it. So now Jason Ryan pitching for the Delcastle Cougars in relief for Wade, who is just pulled. Trent Wall up the bat now with bases loaded. Jacobs on first after the walk by Wade. So the 0-1 pitch on the way, and Trent Wall hits that foul. Fouls it off down the first base line. Lucky fan there, able to snag that.
I'll tell you what, though. Just amazing night at the ballpark. You know, when you're a kid, you dream of nights like this, playing under the lights. Right, Jay?
Yeah, that's very true, Charlie. Been to this ballpark many times. Never, of course, in the press box until now. But, yeah.
I know, wow. Their standards must have lowered. Just kidding.
So the 0-2 delivery to Wall, and that is 2 outside, 1-2 the count. So Stewart, who was just playing catcher, is now over at third, and Wade, who was just pitching, is now a catcher. So the 1-2 delivery on the Wade from Jason Ryan. And there's a well-hit ball by Wall, hit out to left field, and safely coming in is Brian Kaiser, and Sanford has their first lead up 4-3, and now up comes Jack Valentine, who just hit a triple back in the 5th inning. So 2 runs scored so far by Sanford. Charlie, do you think Jack Valentine's going to be able to make it through here?
Well, look, I will not confirm nor deny that statement, but if you're Delcastle, the last person you want to be up at bat right now
With
is
just
Jack
one out?
Valentine. Just one out, yeah. Not ideal, but I don't think Jack will be very aggressive right now with bases loaded. He'll make the pitcher really have to put it in the box. He's going to pick and choose his pitches.
Very true, Charlie. 1-0 the count right now. 1-0 delivery to Valentine, and he pops that foul. And that is well in play, and it is dropped. Almost caught that time by number 13 for Delcastle, Joshua Jones. So with bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. There's a pitch to Valentine, swing and a miss, 1-2. So 1-2 delivery on the way to Valentine. And that is upstairs, 2-2.
I like the analogy, Jay.
Thank you, Charlie. Ryan's trying to be careful here with this pitch. And called strike 3.
That was a little debatable, Jay. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Jack Valentine liked the call either, but I like the composure by him not getting upset. You can't risk a throw out or anything like that, so I disagree with the call, but what are you going to do? Up right now is number 3, Henry Nolte. Already has a hit in this game, looking to add to it and really give Sanford a little bit more of a lead going into the bottom of the 6th. And with only 7 innings, this game could be winding down very shortly, but a very long inning by Sanford.
Great slider that time thrown by Ryans. And that is too low. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count to Nolte and bobble by Wade. So that'll make it 2-1.
I have to say though, great job by Delcastle not giving up too many runs here. Obviously not the end of the inning, but it could be a lot worse. And retiring Jack Valentine there, that's huge.
So here comes the 2-1 pitch to Nolte, and it's 2 up high. 3-1.
There is no one near that second base bag. Jacobs really able to extend his lead a little bit. Doesn't have to worry about getting tagged out whatsoever.
3-1 pitch on the way to Nolte, and they walked him, so now Nolte is at first, and
Sanford having a great inning here, getting 3 runs, top of the 6th. That's huge. Do you know what else is huge, Jay? How about them Sixers up 50-33 on the Raptors? So can't wait to see when they blow the lead this time. Raptors, not Sanford.
so now up to bat for Sanford, number 13, Gavin Brooks. Two out so far in the top of the 6th. Ryan's trying to get out of the jam. And that is in there, 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch on the way to Brooks. And hits that one out to right field and put away. So that side is retired. Sanford scores 3 runs, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. This inning brought to you by our cameraman Jack Taylor's hair. It's been long and luscious since the 9th grade.
Yeah, you're able to see it in the Sanford musical if you're able to check that out. No one played a spoon better than Jack.
So that was a great hit that time. And now Delcastle with the scoring run aboard, tying run, I'm sorry, the run aboard here. Sean Noman now up to bat. Logan Jacobs now pitching. And that is too high. 2-0. Or no, I'm sorry, 1-1. So the 1-1 delivery on the way from Jacobs. And that is way high at Nolman's head. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery by Jacobs. There's 2 inside, 3-1. So the 3-1 pitch on the way. Or, sorry, Jacobs taking a look at second. Three-one delivery from Jacobs, and that is in there, 3-2. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Strike 3. Swing and a miss by Nolman. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
This Sanford defense is really coming alive here towards the end of the game. And you know, with a 2-run lead, bottom of the 6th, Delcastle really has to capitalize on their chances.
Would you be more aggressive here, Charlie, if you're up at bat?
If you're Delcastle,
If you're Delcastle.
I mean, definitely, I'd be swinging at every pitch that looks close. Obviously, I'm not a professional yet. No, I'm no professional. But if it looks hittable, I think you got to go for it. You got a man on second with 1 out. You know, you'd hate to end a game on, man, what if I swung at that pitch? Like, but you never really know. That's the magic of baseball, right?
So there's a chopper down the third baseline. Snagged by Bracey. The throw to first in time. 2 away. And so now runner on third coming up to bat now is number 7, Jason Ryan, the relief pitcher for the Cougars.
Number 7, Jason Ryan.
And Jason Ryan hits it up the middle of the field, and that'll be in there for a single and a run on. And the run would score, so it would be 5-4. Valentine having a meeting with Logan Jacobs. And of course, the experience that Jack Valentine brings to the Sanford Ball Club really helps, especially with his pitchers.
Oh, without a doubt. Jack Valentine plays on multiple travel teams, has a ton of experience, so it's really great to see. That was a good pitch.
That was a great pitch that time by Logan Jacobs. Great slider in there. Ryan's bit on it, and now the count 0-1 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. I'm sorry, bottom of the 7th. And so there's a pop-up, and that goes right above, and that ball almost came to the booth. So the 0-2 pitch on the way from Jacobs. And there's a well-hit ball by Ryan. And let's see if Ryan McCune can get under it. And he cannot. And so now the tying run at first. And the Cougars rallying here in the bottom of the 7th, 5-4. Miscommunication that time by Sanford's outfield, huh, Charlie?
Yeah, you cannot let that happen. You just saw them afterwards. They were talking about it. always a learning experience, but it's not what you want to see if you're Sanford right now, especially with the tying run on first base here.
And there's a ball hit up the middle, and Jacobs can't get under it. He just meant to hit the top of his glove. And now with runners on first and second and up to bat now is Stewart. Stewart obviously with a lot of power. Right-handed batter. Let's see if he can bring the tying run aboard.
Number 20, James Stewart.
And that's in there, 0-1. Jacobs trying to close out this bottoms of the seventh inning. The 0-1 delivery on the way, and that hit him. So the base is now loaded.
Now, if you're Sanford, you're in a difficult situation. Very difficult situation. And now we're going to our professional in the booth, Jack Taylor. Now, Jack, as your time on the team, what do you really do in close situations like this? What kind of pep talks do your captains have to your team?
A lot of what our captains try to tell us is keep your cool. You know what you're doing, and this is those situations where it's what we practice. It's what we try to get in the games. And here the team's coming together right now just to keep our cool, just to keep us under control. And with this, I think we'll be able to keep the lead, and our pitcher will save us and keep us in the inning. So I think he'll close out this game very well.
Good job, Jack. Very well spoken.
As they looks like they disperse, next batter up, see what the Sanford defense can do.
Great vocabulary, Jack. Disperse. Really like it.
I try my best.
Really showing that strong Sanford vocabulary. Very nice. So now Logan Jacobs, 2 away here with Wade up to bat. Bases loaded. And that's a well-hit ball and snagged by Trent Wall.
Now that's a good way to end the inning.
Sorry, Brogan Yates, not Trent Wall.
Oh, sorry, Brogan Yates.
That was a great play, though, all around.
And
Definitely
so,
what you want to see is a fielder. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
so that'll do it here from Frawley Stadium. Sanford gets the win 5-4.
There's still an inning left, bud.
Oh, I misread the sign.
And that's what you call a jinx. everyone. But you know what they say. That's just the magic of show business. That was bad. You should have seen how Ryan reacted. Yeah. Wow. You can't let that error happen, especially when you're down by one like this. I mean, Andrew, what do you think of Sanford's performance so far?
I think they've been playing really well.
Right, you are, Andrew. Tell you what, though, if Sanford scores here, the game is almost unreachable. I think, especially with the pressure of the seventh inning. Uh,
I don't know about that, Charlie. Delcastle was able to score a run the last inning.
yeah, and a great job by Trent, or sorry, Brogan Yates with that catch over by second base. Uh, we can't stress enough how effective that was. Would be looking at a completely different score right now if it weren't for that. Yeah, not at all. But Bracey's already stolen a base. If you notice, second baseman's nowhere near the bag. They can't risk it. But I don't think Bracey's gonna. I can't imagine Bracey stealing a base here. With this lead, one out, you can't make it a two-out situation like this. Ryan's gonna tire himself out doing that. I mean, that's like the fifth time so far. Almost got a souvenir there.
Jay, are you muted?
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
And we're back. Arby's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Okay, an intense game here. Going into the bottom of the 7th here. This will decide the game, folks, whether it goes into extra innings or if it ends here. Very intense. Right you are.
So now leading off for Delcastle, number 9, John Ryan.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for Delcastle. Number 9, John Ryan.
And so that pitch is a little outside, 1-0. Jacobs trying to pull off the save here. 2 upstairs, 2-0. Jacobs has struggled a little bit this year, going 0-5 in starts. So the 2-0 pitch on the way. And it's a little low, 3-0. So Valentine going to come out to the mound to meet with Jacobs.
So we have no men on base, and see if we can close this batter, keep him empty.
And so John Ryan gets walked. So runner on first here, bottom of the 7th. And the tying run on board as now number 24, Isaac Watts, is up to bat for Delcastle.
It looks like the pitches are a little high. Let's see if he can close the game and get his aim more in the center.
And so 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah, I really agree, Jack. It's super important for a pitcher to have endurance, and obviously Jacobs going into his first pitch in the 5th inning, he knew he'd probably be pitching to the end of this. No, his first pitch when he first started, Jack. He knew he'd be going probably through all 7 innings, and so he really tried to make sure he didn't tire himself out and hopefully that was not the case.
And that is way inside 2-1. Luckily, Watts was not hit that time by the pitch. Two-one pitch on the way from Jacobs, and checked his swing that time. 3-1. Three-one delivery coming in, and that is in there. Strike two. So Jacobs has battled back, and now it's a full count. 3-2.
Beautiful pitch.
So here comes the pitch on the way, and swing and a miss as Watts strikes out. Jacobs with a great slider thrown in that time. And so now up to bat for Delcastle, number 13, Joshua Jones. Jones, a left-handed batter, and that is outside 1-0.
It's a little wide, but I think we can keep this guy on first.
Even better, get a nice double play here, like a 6-5-3 double play. That'd be pretty sweet.
They might get that, Charlie. If Watts hits it anywhere, it'll be right up the middle because no one is there. So the 2-0 pitch coming in from Jacobs, and too high, 3-0. One thing Logan Jacobs does not want to do is put runners on first and second.
I think I'm
And
confident
so-
in his ability. He can keep it going. I think he can pull 3 strikes out.
So timeout called by Jamie Clark, so we're going to take a small break here. So we're back here. So that's in there, 3-1. Joshua Jones, one of the only left-handed batters on the team, and that's in there, 3-2.
Logan Jacobs really coming back from the 3-0 count, now making it a full count here. Next pitch will decide. Ooh,
And
that
swing
is
and a miss.
huge. Let's see. Runner on first, 2 outs here. Sanford up 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. The last inning of the game.
Number 3, Sean now.
Sean Nauman up the
This
bat.
will decide the game potentially here. No pressure, obviously, but immense pressure on the player.
And so that's too high, ball 1. 1-0 pitch coming from Jacobs. And foul ball. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Jacobs. And that's almost in the face of Nolman that time, almost put it in his ear. 2-1 now the count. Jacobs just got to calm down and get it over the bag. Or over the plate, I mean. 2-1 pitch on the way. And that's fouled back now, 2-2. So this game could come down to just one pitch here, Charlie. And Sanford will be 5-6 on the season, but Jacobs has got to close this out.
Yeah, definitely, and a great pitcher. If anyone can do it, it's him. Really
2-2.
lining up. He knows what has to be done. And there we go. That's the game. Sanford Warriors win 5-4 against the Delcastle Cougars. Great game here at Frawley Stadium in downtown Wilmington, the pinnacle of greatness, Wilmington, Delaware. Thank you for tuning with us tonight in the press box, Frawley Stadium, Jay. What are some things that you noticed from tonight's game that really took your attention?
Well, I really noticed the pitching tonight. Great pitching by Tobias Coker. Really able to battle back there, and also great infield fielding by Sanford. They were able to make the smart throws. Very minimal errors, which was very good. Something that they really, as you can see, 2 errors made by the Sanford team. And so, Charlie, what are some things that you liked seeing tonight from these two teams?
Well, the batting, Sanford got way better at batting throughout the game. Obviously, one of the huge moments was Jack Valentine's triple, which really set the tone for the game. Really thought that was going for a home run. But, it's great to see that. But batting overall increased. Great job by Isaiah Bracey. Smart base running by him. Stealing a couple bases, getting some nice hits. Brogan Yates making that key play there that really sealed the game for them when the bases were loaded. That was key. If that went into the outfield, we'd probably be looking at extra innings right now or even Delcastle winning. So overall, some great key moments for Sanford and just a great experience for the Sanford team. As you can see right now, they're gathering towards the outfield team meeting. Great win in the intense environment of Frawley Stadium. The crowd was roaring throughout. Really great game.
And I also like the smart baseball by Sanford. The 2 bunts there. I believe it was in the top of the 6th that drove in the 2 runs by, I believe it was Colton Ferguson and Brian Kaiser that came across.
Yeah, that is the definition of a bold move, Jay. But, if it works, it works. And it worked. So, yeah, that's what you really like to see. So thank you all for tuning in to us here at Frawley Stadium, downtown Wilmington. I'm Charlie Sikora. Joining me is Jay Hollahan, and thank you.